Record shots. We all take them. Those photographs that are made just on a whim. We see something that we like, we take a photograph of it and we move on. But many people struggle to take their record shots to the next level. In this video, I want to share with you 5 tips to help you to turn your record shots into proper photos. This chimney, high atop Grassington Moor in the Yorkshire Dales, I think is a classic example of something that many people will take record shots of as they traverse the tracks on this bleak area of moorland. In fact, I've done exactly that myself. And I suppose it looks okay. I like the sky. I like the fact that the background provides context. You can clearly see what my subject is. But as you look closer, you see things like the sign and the dog walker, and the fact that other than it being an interesting chimney on a moorland, it's quite a boring photograph. Record shots are usually taken as we're passing through somewhere, not really having a lot of time to explore a location or a subject. But if we want to turn our record shots into proper photos, time is something that we've got to consider. We need to spend more of it exploring our subject for different compositions, different approaches, and interesting ways of depicting it. If you're just passing through a location and don't have time to stop for very long, it pays to take that record shot anyway with the intention of returning to it afterwards. That way we can spend more time exploring and getting to know the location and the subject matter. Then we'll notice things like the sign and the dog walker and be one step closer to taking a proper photograph of it. Once you give yourself more time to explore a location, our next consideration has to be light. When we take record shots, the light that we usually take them in tends to be the light that we're given when we're there. But paying close attention to the type of light, the direction of light, and how we can utilize it constructively in our photographs will add an extra edge. I'm not necessarily saying that you should only go out when the light is lovely and soft, diffuse and golden, because that's not possible all the time. But what I am saying is that light is the foundation to every single photograph that we'll ever take. So paying close attention to it when we're out in the field will help us to make much more considered decisions about the compositions that we choose and the angles that we choose to photograph our subjects from. Once we've given ourselves time to explore our location, considering light to determine the sort of angle and composition that we use, I think the next thing that we should have at the forefront of our minds is the equipment that we're using. Not all record shots are taken on mobile telephones, but I think that they might as well be. I mean, what's quicker and easier than just tapping a button on a phone screen? So if we were to think of our telephone as our record shot camera, then when we pick up our, in inverted commas, proper camera, whether that's a DSLR, a point and shoot or a mirrorless camera, it gives us the intention that we're going out to do proper photography, allowing us to think more about the settings that we're using, the compositions that we're putting together, and how our focal length works with all of those things. Using a camera that offers us more options, more choices when we're making photographs, is automatically going to make us think more about the photo making process. It might draw our eye to things that if we were just taking a random snapshot, we simply wouldn't have noticed. Although gear isn't and never should be the be-all and end-all of photography, being more intentional with the equipment that we use will hopefully make us more intentional when we make photographs, which leads me neatly onto point number 4, which is to have more intention for the photographs that you make. I think a lot of record shots will simply say, look at this, this is where I've been, I enjoyed visiting. Whereas proper photographs that we're working towards in this video would hopefully appeal to a much wider audience. You can use your intention to drive the type of photographs that you make. You might want to tell a specific story about the location where you're photographing. You might want to inject a little bit of mood. You might think this scene might look better in black and white, or this scene might look better in colour. By having all of these ideas based upon your intentions, your photographs won't just appeal to you, they'll hopefully appeal to other people that look at them as well. So from this, my original record shot, I now have this photograph. My intentions behind this photograph are twofold. First of all, I wanted to show off more of the industry surrounding the chimney on the moor. So I've included this stone archway, putting it centrally so our eye jumps from that, following the line up the hill towards the chimney itself. Secondly, I wanted to change this photograph to black and white to add a little bit of a nod to the history surrounding the industry. As a passing hail shower covered me as I was taking the photograph, I thought emphasising the mood of the scene would work really well with that black and white edge. So by giving myself the time to explore this location, to look for different options, compositions and shooting angles, by considering the light with the sun popping in and out of the clouds as these passing hail showers go through, and using my Nikon Z6 full-frame mirrorless camera to take the final photograph rather than my mobile telephone that I used to take the original record shot, it gave me the ability to work on my intentions and formulate a photograph that hopefully says more to a wider audience. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tom, that's all well and good, but you've just given me 4 points there. What about the 5th point that you promised me? Well, that all comes down to all of those 4 things working together. Now, a lot of record shots are often taken as one-offs, but when we have more time to consider our options and intentions to put in place, what we can do is create a series or sequence of photographs that work together, that strengthen the point that we're going to make, and make our overall portfolio of photographs much more interesting than that original record. So as I was walking around the site today, I decided that every single photograph that I took would include the chimney at some point in the composition. But at the same time, I wanted to pick up on different areas of the industry that now pockmarked this moorland. By utilising the themes that I intended to get across, like the mood, the industrial feel, the history and the black and white, I've put together a series/sequence of photographs that don't just pick up on one-off things around this site, they tell a story of it. And all that has come from giving myself time to consider the light, to consider my equipment choices, to consider what my intentions were for making the photographs in the first place. And all of that neatly comes together, not as a record shot, but a series of proper photographs. So next time you catch yourself taking a record shot, consider the points that we've covered in this video, and I guarantee that you'll be turning those record shots into proper photos in no time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you want to take your learning further, then why not watch this video next? I look forward to seeing you very soon, but until that next one, it's bye from me for now. Take care.